We are down in the 40s this morning. We are gonna hit, or actually get, I should say, some chill hours this week, right?
Yeah.
So forecast is showing down in the 30s, which means, yeah, it's getting cold. So one of the things that's obvious when it's cold is our turkeys don't like coming off the roofs, do they?
No.
No, they're ready to just hang out in there and not interested in coming down. One thing that we got done this week that we really were looking forward to because of processing coming up, right? Multiple weekends of processing, is what?
We added some light and fans on the outbuilding patio.
Yep. So just want to thank Jake at Redbird Electric for getting that installed. He has been our electrician. He's also our neighbor.
Yes.
So that does help
Our
out a bit.
go-to.
Yep, he's our go-to electrician, but looking forward to having the lights there for processing here for the next few weeks. And obviously fans, especially during our farm tours and when we have events. Be nice. So the next few weeks are gonna be busy for us. We're gonna be starting our broiler processing next week. We have a processing workshop. We do that, we try to do that every year, but it's been a couple years, right? So got a couple dozen folks signed up for that. So teach people how to do what is a time-honored tradition in the fall. And so we'll see that. And then of course we've got our turkeys. Our Thanksgiving turkeys are coming up here because Thanksgiving is coming up.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. Already Thanksgiving.
I know.
Get out here before the ants. We're up here at the front of the farm with our citrus trees, and we're here in November. We've got a few of these that would be ripening here over the next month or so. We're harvesting the lemons now, which is great, and they're doing really good. But we have a couple of our trees that are just getting hammered by bird and rodent pressure. I wanted to show you guys this. You can definitely tell that we have birds that are at least starting this process off. I've got an example of one of our tangelos here, and you can see just a perfect hole that one of the birds pecked out. And then I've got another example, also from that same tree. You can see that the entire inside was basically eaten. And that could have been a bird at the same time, or a mouse. Could have definitely been ground squirrels. We've seen them actually eating these before. So I think the challenge that we've had is twofold. Number one, it's been very warm, unseasonably warm. We've had a lot of our migratory birds remaining here in Arizona. This week we'll obviously finish that up. And one of the things that we did because of the dogs is we stopped putting out a lot of our water that we had out for all the animals because of toads. And we didn't want to have the dogs drinking potentially after the toads, which is a problem that could kill the dogs. So I think what we're gonna need to do is reinstall our water tanks at the very least. Probably a little too late for these trees, but maybe for the rest of these citrus trees so we can actually get a harvest. You coming back, Cleo? We've got an idea as far as how to keep that away from the toads. Well, if the bunnies can get in, the toads can get in. So we got a couple things we're doing. First thing we're doing is we're gonna go ahead and raise some of these up on bricks to see if it's high enough to keep it away from the toads. Now, we probably won't see much in the way of toads. They're gonna be hibernating here, especially as we get down into freezing temps here this week. However, we can keep an eye on this to see whether or not that happens. Second thing we're doing is excluding the dogs. So we have this area here, which is where we have our banana tree. And we have a new one here behind this fence that the dogs can't get to. So you'll notice that we did put some bricks in here. That's because you guys know we have bees here on the farm, and we want to make sure that the bees don't drown in here. So these bricks allow them to get up and out of the water as they come in and they try to get a little sip. Now, whether or not this is going to work, I don't know. My guess is probably not. We have a lot of the birds here that actually roost in these citrus trees because they're evergreen and don't use their leaves. They build nests in there and they, again, just roost in there. So of course, the big thing we have for those birds is our cats. But until we have the dogs out of their kennels full time, the cats are not out all night long, which is really what we need. So we'll see how this does. Not sure what we're gonna get this year as far as citrus harvest, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's the reality of things.
All right.
All right, come Sasha.
All right, we're gonna go this way. Come on, turn off. Turn off.
So that means it's getting big. You already know this is what happens this time of year. Ooh, it smells fantastic though.
Good.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, it kind of came right off.
Oh, it just came right off, huh? It just fell right off?
It fell right off
Yeah.
in my hand. What do you have in your hand right there?
A pear.
Oh, okay.
A Waddell pear.
There we go. I was waiting for the details.
Oh.
So we're still not exactly sure when these pears are ripe. We're here at the beginning of November. Reed, I believe, insists that it's December, but this one's looking pretty good. Just a little bit of green tinge on the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, a little bit of an orange-yellow blush.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a couple that have got some peck marks in them from birds.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, you know, if you guys haven't joined us yet on our Desert Farmer podcast, we do that on Saturdays at 2 o'clock Arizona time. We do a lot of different things, but taste testing is one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did Asian pears, I think a couple weeks ago, actually perfectly ripe. Those have been good this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna need to do one of these little peck marked ones here today, right?
All right, sounds good.
And then we'll let this one bled on the counter, which means ripen on the counter.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll
Yeah.
see. So just want to thank you for joining us today. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. We cover a lot of things here on this Sonoran desert farm and would love to see you on a regular basis. If you have any questions or comments, those go in the
Comment section down below.
and our Amazon shop. I'll leave a link down in the description. That's a free, painless way to help support the channel. If you start with the link down below, it doesn't matter what you buy, you help to support us here. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere,
So can you.
Here comes Cleo.
Uh-oh, she's like, wait guys.
Hey,
wait for
Cleo
me.
kitty.
Wait for me.
Come here, sweet kitty.
Come on, girl, you better hurry. We're about to get up.
Nope, don't stop and turn around. You're gonna lose your chance.
Come here, Cleo.
Come here, sweet cat. Come here, sweet cat. Here. Oh, she's out.
You freaked her out.
Is make sure we get some water out, and at the very least, did she just do a parkour off my shoulder?
I think she tried to jump up on you, but
Oh.
she didn't have enough like space to.
Hi, sweet
do
girl.
or something.
Are you want to be in my lap? You can be in my lap. There you go. All right, sweetie. So I think what we're gonna, I've just been totally distracted.
Yeah.
Hi, sweet girl. There's some ants in there, but nobody ever got hurt by ants.
Goodness. Oh, your nose is freezing.
It was running earlier
Oh,
too. No.
no, no.
Oh.